this class. My name is Grace and I am your mathematics tutor. Today we'll be talking about change of subject of formulae, just like we did in our previous classes. Now, today we'll be basically doing some assessments to test our thinking on how much we understand change of subject of formula. We'll be doing 3 examples, and I hope you are also with your pen and book solving these questions with me. Now, today we'll be solving 3 different questions on change of subject of formula. We have our first question to be t is equals to x squared plus ay squared. Make x the subject of the formula. We have it to be t is equals to x squared plus ay squared. Make x the subject of the formula. I hope you didn't forget our rules. Basically, if you've forgotten your rules, please go back to our previous videos, watch our videos on rules of change of subject of formula to understand better. If you are just training us, but we will still explain to you so you can still get us. Now, t, which is equals to x squared plus ay squared, makes x the subject of the formula. Now, what do we do? This is quite easy. Our first rule, we should not forget to say our first rule is clearing fractions, roots, brackets. But in this case, we don't have brackets, we don't have roots, and we don't have fractions. So we just bring one entity to one side, then the other entity to the other side, like bringing like terms together and unlike terms together. Now, in this case, you have it to be t minus ay squared, which is equals to x squared. Now, what do we do? Square roots both sides. Now, we have it to be square root of t minus ay squared is equals to x squared all root. So 2 here, we cancel these roots. Then we have our x to be root t minus ay squared. T minus ay squared. Another method to make it much more easier, we have t, which is equals to x squared plus ay squared. Now we can easily square root both sides. So we have to be root t plus, no, this is wrong. We have it to be root t is equals to root x squared plus root ay squared. Now, these two we cancel this one we cancel this. So we have it to be root t is equals to x plus ay. Now, bring it to this side, to the other side, and we have it to be root t minus ay, which equals to x. So this is another way in which we can have our answer, which is equals to x equals to root t minus ay. T minus ay. The first answer we got to be x equals to square root of t minus ay squared. Since both having square root, you can also simplify for that to be x equals to root t minus root ay squared. And we have this to be x is equals to root t minus ay. Our final answer. I hope we understand. Now, the next example, we have it to be r minus p, which is equals to root 2as, making a the subject of the formula. R minus p equals to square root of 2as, making a the subject of the formula. Now, what do we do at this point? We have a root here, we don't have the square root here. And our first twist says begin by clearing roots, fractions, and brackets. Now we have these roots, so we square both sides. It be r squared minus b squared squares root 2s all squared. So this is equals to, so we have r squared minus b squared squares 2as. Now divide through. We divide through by 2s because we are making a the subject of the formula. Now it will be r squared minus b squared over 2s, which is equals to 2as over 2s. So these two we cancel these two, this s will cancel this. We will have a as our number. So our a is now equals to r squared minus b squared over 2s. This is our final answer for r minus b equals to square root of 2as, making a the subject of the formula. Now our third example that we'll be doing for today. Now this one is quite different. We are not basically working with all the letters, but we are working with both numbers and a letter. Now the third example, we have 3x over 4 plus x over 3 equals to 7 over 12. Now this is quite different from our previous examples. We've been working on letters, making a the subject of the formula, making j the subject of the formula, making x the subject of the formula, making u the subject of the formula. But today we are working with numbers. We have just a letter and we have to make it the subject of the formula. So solve this equation looking for x. You find x. Solve this equation to the lowest from finding x. Now we should not forget we have roots. We have fractions here. And what was our first rule? Our first rule was to begin by clearing fractions, roots, and brackets. But in this case, we have only fractions. Now, we have this plus sign here. It is an hindrance for us to make x the subject of the formula. We cannot just bring it to this side. Yes, we can bring it to this side, but to make our work much more easier. Why? Because of this x and this x. It's on one side already. So we have to find a means to solve for that x in a way that we have these two numbers here just to be one number. So what do? We find the LCM. Now, we have 4, we have 3. Which number goes there with 4 and 3? 12. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So we have it to be 12. 12 in 4 is 3. So 3 times 3, we have it to be 9x plus 3 in 12, we have 4. So we have to be 4x, which is equals to 7 over 12. Now, 9 plus 4x, we have 13x over 12 is equals to 7 over 12. Now, our work is quite easy. Our work is quite easy. We only have one x. Now, what do? You cross multiply. So we have 13x times 12 is equals to 7 times 12. Now, in this case, you can basically multiply all through. Just 7 times x, 7 times 12, multiply it. 13x times 12, we can multiply it. But peradventure, we're in a situation whereby we don't have calculator, or we can't even multiply because of the time frame. What do? Now, 12 is common here. 12 is common here. Now what do? We divide through by 12. So we have 13x times 12 over 12, which is equals to 7 times 12 over 12. Now, 12 here will cancel 12. 12 here will cancel 12. I have to be 13x equals to 7. 13x equals to 7. So what do we do next? We divide through by 13. Divide through. Divide through by 13. We have 13x over 13 equals to 7 over 13. Now, this 13 we cancel 13. We have our x to be equals to 7 over 13. That is our final answer. So today we've solved questions on change of subject of formula using letters and using numbers, and I hope we've understood better. We can now solve questions on change of subject of formula with square roots, with brackets, with normal numbers, with fractions. And today comes to the end of, marks the end of our class on change of subject and formulae. And on this point, we come to the end of the class. Do have a lovely time and make sure to solve more questions on change of subject of formula.